It's time for Once a Week with T-Bird. I'm kicking ass. No, not kicking ass. I'm wearing a fucking orange shirt again. God damn it. I need to at least, change. Okay, so, next week, I gotta write it down and note. Don't wear an orange shirt. It'll look exactly... The only difference is this is the vintage 1975, and the one from last week is the... Whatever. Fuck. How do you know if it's the new one? So I got fired on Monday. Last time I talked to you, I had 2 jobs. Now I have 1. The one job, the radio job, it's ramping up actually pretty soon. Football's starting, so I'll be doing some Friday night stuff, and I'll be doing the fantasy football show on Wednesday nights, and then when the Wild start up, I think in October again, I'll be doing a lot of that. So, that's good, but I mean, just I was on my way out of that job, but getting fired and just you know what I mean, and they waited till the end of the day. You know what I mean? I didn't walk in and they were like, "Hey, you want to come in here? All right, cool. Have a great rest of your day because you're, No, let's give you, 4 more hours, you fucking dicks." I don't know about anybody else who works in retail and food service, but to me, at least, the last 3 or 4 months, there's been a concentrated effort to kind of be dicks to the employees, like the low-level grunts who don't have any power. It seems like there's a lot of fucking shitty low-level managers in retail and food service right now. I'm willing to bet food service because they are very closely linked. Almost anybody can get a job in either industry, entry level, without really any qualifications, and the pay is not very good. So, I don't know. It feels like there's a lot of these shitty fucking people who, I know that when you were a kid, you weren't like, I want to be a low level manager at a big box store and fuck with people who have nothing to do with me because I'm an asshole. No. You wanted to be a Disney princess or something. No, but now you're a fucking shitty low level manager at a box store. I'll give you a hint. The place starts with a T and ends with a T, and in the middle is ARG! Which sucks, because I love shopping there, but not at the location that I got fired from, because I went in there on Friday, because I was like, oh, well, I kind of had to leave. They, were like, okay, well, go get your stuff, and, we'll walk you out, kind of thing. I'm not going to do anything. Now, I think that's protocol. I think when you fire somebody, you're supposed, I don't know, whatever. All I know is that whatever. No danger of me being like, oh yeah, well fuck you. No, I'm fine. I'm just going to leave. There's a new giant Coke cooler. Oh, hang on. This is kind of cool, actually. Perfect. See, I got a soda on the way down here, and I didn't really feel like opening it right now, but there's a new Coke cooler in here, so I put a Coke in there. Hey, if they started filling it up with Coke, I'd be a lot happier. No, I'm just kidding. It's a promotional thing for the station. I can't really get in there and whatnot. But I'm grateful for the radio stuff because I know, that the weird thing is in radio and television, generally there's not a whole lot of job security. From one day to the next. I mean, it's the 2 industries are so ruled by numbers and ruled by by the whims of fate, and audiences are fucking stupid. And so stuff often changes without really any warning. So I kind of have a niche here in radio, and I told my boss, I'm like, I kind of like that because the stuff that I do, not that I'm the only one who can do it, but the stuff that I do it well enough that they don't need anybody else to do it. And the stuff that I do, I'm valuable enough doing it, and I'm available enough doing it that there's no reason for them to look elsewhere. And a lot of times in these industries, radio and television, that's the way that you. I'm trying to look at the little camera, so otherwise I'm looking at. Does that make sense? See, I'm looking at the camera, so I'm like, hey, or I'm looking at me, which is slightly down. With my eyes up here, I can't tell if I'm looking at the camera. But I'm cleaning my glasses. I'm not like just playing with myself. Jesus, here, see. But knowing that I have that kind of job security, especially with what just happened to me after like over a year and a half. I mean, that's the longest I've worked at a job for a while. Other than radio, and it hurts because I went in there on Friday to be like, maybe I can see some people that I worked with and, have a last, like, goodbye. Because I didn't even get to, like, say goodbye to anybody except for my boss, really. And I saw one person and the other, I mean, it just seemed like everything, every part of every relationship that I had built up around there, it just seemed like it was just nothing. It meant nothing to them. And now that I was gone, it was like, okay, now we don't have to pretend it meant anything. And I haven't grieved yet. I will. I was going to make this a short one because I don't... Honestly, the only reason I'm doing this is because last week's got 20 views. So I'm like, oh, maybe people are watching. I guess I got... Pro tip. If you're trying to make this music thing work, this content thing work, and you schedule something, like my once a week is on every Sunday at 8 p.m. It's live. As I guarantee you, if I was looking at my phone and I was like, for the last like 10 weeks, this has gotten like an average of 6 views a week. More like 4 or 5, okay? And I'm sitting at home. I just gotten done taking a nap after I did the podcast this morning. And I'm like, okay, so now I'm going to do this. Wait. If my once a week is still at 4 from last week, then I'm going to do it tomorrow. Because I got a big thing coming tomorrow morning, and it's whatever. But no, it had 20, so I'm like, well, fuck. I guess I gotta, continue to grow my audience. No, but in all seriousness, I really do appreciate any help and support you can give. Watching this is help and support. Telling people about it is help and support. Going to listen to my music, The Amazing T-Bird, anywhere you can find music, streaming music, you can find me. I'm going to get done with this because, again, I meant to make it kind of short. I'm just recovering, I'm just recovering from a rather large trauma. So, bear with me. And I'm writing more stuff. I recorded 3 songs yesterday, and they all sucked. I'm just kidding. They were all awesome. I will see you guys next week, and thanks for letting me kind of unload. I really needed it. I love you guys.